Would being more prepared for your meetings allow you to convert more clients, increase your reputation, or simply improve productivity for you or your business? However, when a Harvard Business Review stated that out of 182 senior managers, 71% of them said that their meetings were unproductive. But when you combine that with Flowtrace reporting that the average professional spends 4 hours a week preparing for meetings, is it simply that preparation is too time consuming? Well, I have created an AI agent that automates the whole meeting preparation process by simply having access to your calendar. So without further ado, let me show you exactly how I created this. Here we are inside Zapier, and we are going to navigate to this agents section here. Once we land on this page, we can come up here and create a new agent. Now on this page, it will ask us if we want to create an agent from scratch or use a template that Zapier already provides. Now, considering I am a big fan of AI automation, I am absolutely a fan of working smarter, not harder. And in fact, our meeting prep assistant has a template inside Zapier. So as you can see, the template is listed here. So we'll click Meeting Prep Assistant. And it says this agent sends a daily email with insights about your upcoming meetings. So we simply click Use this template. Now that isn't the process complete. I am going to edit this template in order for this AI agent to produce exactly what I want it to produce. If we come down here and click Finish Setup, you may have noted in the templates section when I read out the description, this AI agent is going to send us an email every day of our upcoming meetings and some research to go along with that. However, as I said, I'm going to edit this AI agent, and I want this AI agent to do a specific type of research, not to send me an email every day, but to collate all the information about the research for all my upcoming meetings in one Google Sheet. So I have this one succinct place of information to refer to before any meeting, or simply if I need to remind myself about certain information that I have collected in the past. So as you can see at the top of this template, the behavior under this AI agent is named tomorrow's calendar events. That's not exactly what we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to change the name to meeting preparation research. Now that has saved. The next part we can look at is our trigger. So like I said in the template description, this AI agent that we have in front of us right now plans on sending us an email every day of the research related to our upcoming meetings for that day. Now, as I said, instead of this AI agent sending me an email, I simply want it to put all the information it produces about a client and their company, for example, into a Google Sheet so that I have one quick place that I can refer to whenever I like. If I was to go down the email route, I may have to search the email from when it sent it to me, and actually adding more friction to this task than I want. So based on the trigger, we can hit the 3 dots and click Replace Trigger. Now I could still get it to perform the research I'm asking it to perform and then populating it into a Google Sheet every day without sending an email, and that would be done by clicking on the schedule and then setting the frequency as every day. But for the purposes of this example, I'm simply going to leave it on demand. So now our trigger is sorted, we can move to the instructions. So our instructions start off as retrieve all events on your calendar for the next day using Google Calendar Find Event. And now why this is in a box is it's because it is an action that we are asking the AI agent to complete. But if we wanted to add an action from scratch, we would simply click on the Take Action button and search from literally thousands of apps and the different actions associated with those apps to input them into our instructions. But this template luckily already has it. However, we cannot progress to the next step until we sort out this little exclamation mark here, which means there is an error within the action. So let's look into that. So we'll click on the Settings button. And the issue is that we have no Google Calendar account attached. It cannot perform the action without having a Google Calendar to perform the action with. So I'm going to connect my Google Calendar. My Google Calendar is connected, and we'll just leave everything else as it is and hit save. And as you can see, that little yellow exclamation mark has now been removed. The next step in our instructions is for each meeting, extract the list of attendees. Thirdly, for each attendee, extract the domain name from their email address. And then the fourth one says research the following for each unique domain name: annual recurring revenue, estimated web traffic, background information on the company. Now, if you were using this AI agent, you could set it to whatever information you need and ask the AI agent to go and find it. But simply for the purposes of example, I'm going to delete the first two and just leave it as background information on the company. Fifth instruction says consolidate the research into a single email, grouping information by company, only one entry per unique domain, even if there is multiple attendees from that company. Now, of course, as I said, this is not what we want the AI agent to do. I want it to push the information it finds into a Google Sheet so I can have all my meeting prep for all my different meetings in one place. So I'm going to edit the fifth instruction to reflect that. Now, number 5 is a very simple instruction stating put all information gathered into my Google Sheet called fake meeting prep. However, if I'm asking it to do that, I need to provide it with the Google Sheet and I need to provide it with the action to be able to do that. So to provide it with the Google Sheet, I will come down here and click Find Data, then click Data Source, hit Google Sheets. My Google Sheets account is already connected. Then I will select a data source and hit Fake Meeting Prep. And I can actually show you that Google Sheet. Very, very simple. Meeting name, email, business name, business info. We'll see how it does with that. And there is simply one sheet within this particular Google Sheet. So I can come back into Zapier and just hit Sheet 1. Then click Add Data Source. So the data is added, but we still need it to perform an action, and therefore we need to add that action. So we'll come down here, click Take Action, search Google Sheets, hit Google Sheets. If we scroll through the actions, the action is going to be Create Spreadsheet Row. We'll just double check the settings. My Google Sheets account is already connected. However, I'm going to select the spreadsheet. So instead of letting the agent select a value for this field, I'm going to set a specific value for this field. Choose the value, hit refresh, and there is my fake meeting prep. The worksheet, I'm going to set a specific value, that is sheet 1. On the drive, I'll set a specific value. This will just be my Google Drive. The meeting name, email, business name, and business info, I will let the AI agent generate a value for this, and we'll see how it gets on when we test it. So we'll hit save. And now for our last instruction, draft and send the email with the consolidated research for each meeting using Gmail. We can actually just get rid of this instruction because it's not relevant to what we want the AI agent to complete. And now we can save our instructions. Now, before we actually test our AI agent, I've actually put in a fake meeting for tomorrow. Now, of course, this is completely hypothetical, but this would be an absolute dream meeting for me. So what I'm hoping is that the AI agent will recognize the name Layla Hormozi, will recognize the domain at the end of this completely fake email, and I dread to think if this is her actual email, but that the AI agent will recognize the domain of acquisition.com and then provide information about Layla and her company, and then put this in our Google Sheet. So there is our fake meeting. We'll head back to Zapier. So everything looks good in our instructions, so we will test this behavior. So as you can see, it's running through the test. So now it's asking us if what is provided looks good. So the meeting name, it's found the meeting name, it's found the clearly fake email address, it's found the business name and the business info. It knows exactly where to put it. Does this look good? Yes, this looks good. Now it will attempt to save this information in the Google Sheet. So the action's in progress. And now it says the action is complete, so we can head to the Google Sheet and see if it has done exactly what it says it's done. So let's head to the Google Sheet, and there we have it. Meeting name, obviously we can mess with the formatting a bit, but meeting name is correct. It's found the email, it's found the business name with a link to acquisition.com as well, and background information on the business. Alex and Layla Hormozi, they are the founders. Acquisition.com is a company co-founded by them. In 4 years, their portfolio grew over 250 million annual revenue. Before Acquisition.com, they founded Jim Launch, Prestige Labs, and Allen. All this relevant information. And if we wanted it to go deeper, we could add that in. As you saw, I did edit the information that I wanted the AI agent to find, but this could be as complex and as detailed as we like. One thing to note, before I ran the test, I did press the test behavior button about 3 times, and it kept stopping at this step here. So I simply asked the AI agent, can you test the instructions? And it ran through instantly. So if you run into any problems like that, just ask the agent itself. Now that we know that this works, we can come back to the trigger and change the trigger to scheduled, and we could get this to happen every single day. So every single day we sit down before our meetings, we head to our Google Sheet and we find all our meeting prep done in there for us. You could even take the instructions one step further and get it to take that information and add it into your CRM. But now the confidence you could now bring to every single one of your meetings because of this AI agent automating the whole preparation process using just your calendar could be the unlock you need to convert more clients, improve your reputation, or simply increase productivity for you or your business without you lifting a finger. If you found this video useful, you may like the other video on screen now. But apart from that, I will see you in the next video where I continue to explore the capabilities of AI automation using Zapier.